Coming right up, the Thunder taking on the... Stan, we expect to see a lot of action inside tonight. Both of these teams have powerhouse front courts.
Yeah, Kevin, it could get very, very physical down low. You're right about that. It is size versus size. They're going to be fighting for position, fighting for every rebound, Kevin. It's kind of like an old school energy to this matchup.
Something we've been watching closely is MP's promise to get the win in home games this season. He's been very vocal about wanting to deliver for these fans.
And MP is well on his way to achieving what he set out to do. This team has been very impressive when they're on their home court, feeding off the cheers of the fans and playing with a ton of energy.
And the second All-Star selection for MP. He's making a habit of this.
It's one habit he's not keen to break. And with his devotion to the work, it's reasonable to expect more of the same.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Holmgren plays at the 4, with Hartenstein at the center spot. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. And it's Williams at the 3. Here's Wallace. Sacramento making their last shot. Holmgren wide open. They can't stop the run with that one.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Hunter on the wing. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. You look at the Thunder. They're stuck in the same spot, still outside the top 3.
And I think for the Kings, they've simply been on fire lately, ripping off 5 straight wins to help maintain that #1 spot. And with each additional victory, they're becoming more and more confident.
Well, it took them 4 tries to get their first bucket. Let's see if they can build off that.
And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the '92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
It's good.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Kicks it out to MP. Pass to Monk. And then Monk with the dunk.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flows.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Warriors just played phenomenal. He scored 45 points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, as always, Allie, for that great report. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
You know, looking out at the fans here, you can tell it was free hat and shirt night. Not a lot of variation in the wardrobe. My goodness.
Hey, free is free. A nice way for the organization to give back to the fans, and I'm sure there are a lot of young fans in attendance that will be rocking these clothes for a long time.
Now, MP. After the missed 3 from Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
SGA with the bucket.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. On the wing, Monk. Back to MP. Pass to Monk. Kicks it out to MP. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Kings need to get off a shot here. They get the rebound. Sabonis with the bucket. Sabonis has got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And here is Williams. Here's Wallace. And that comes off the assist by SGA.
And passing has made this guy next level. That's the element that has changed Gilgeous-Alexander's game.
Monk outside. On the wing, Monk. Pass to Carter. From outside the arc, sinks the three-pointer.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Kings. He's checked in for Oklahoma City. Jason Wallace comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Kings shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
So for Oklahoma City right now, the post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Mitchell is out there with Case and Wallace. And it's Joe in at the three spot. Kings leading now by 15. Pass to Hunter on the wing, Levine. Here's Sabonis. He's guarded by Williams. Hunter on the wing. Now Levine. Kicks it out to MP. Levine. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Levine's got 5 now.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, after a bad start, he looks like a different player right now.
And the Kings making a change here. Monk's checked in, and a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And the shot goes in. He's got 10.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the son of Hall of Fame big man Arvydas Sabonis, DeMontis said he was a 7-footer that could do everything, like a point guard. He's at a whole different level. I'm just another basketball player. He is a legend. But his father said, DeMontis is a warrior like me, and I'm very proud. Back to you, Kevin.
Great stuff. Okay, Allie, we thank you.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Williams for 3. Hunter grabs the miss.
Looking to answer the 3 from the other end. Maybe too eager there.
Back to MP. Monk kicks to MP. Here's Sabonis. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Hall's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Outside Williams. SGA on the wing. Monk defending. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
There's Sabonis. And Holmgren pulls it down. Thunder trailing by 21.
Playing big in there. Jalen Williams decided to challenge and got the whistle.
The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
Hartenstein's checked in for Mitchell. Sacramento leading by 19. Back to MP. Drops in the layup for 2. Hall's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end. Well, picking up his second foul, he can still be aggressive, but has to be smart about it.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And so, MP will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Just a tremendous run right now for them. 12 straight wins.
Well, you look at the discipline, the way these guys play under control, they never get out of balance when they find themselves in a hole. They just continue to fight, play their game, and enforce their own pace.
And so it's Sacramento taking a 19-point lead into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Thunder.
With it.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
MP out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Carter. And there's Monk and Hunter in its small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh, and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Rugged finish from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Kings moving the ball around. Back to MP. And Carter has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. To the inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. 12 points here for Jalen Williams.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Well, young guys rarely hesitate to throw it down when they can. MP is no exception.
And here's SGA. He's got 11. Here's Holmgren. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
Yeah, there's not much else the defender can do there.
And he makes that one.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
And you talk about the best center in the league, Sabonis certainly, Stan, is in that group.
He sure is, Kevin, the second Sabonis to be in that group. And look, this guy can do it all. He is one of the best passing bigs in the league. He's one of the best rebounding bigs in the league. And he can shoot the ball on the perimeter. A tough guy to deal with.
Pass to Holmgren. Left side, Williams. There's the 3. Hands it from downtown. Williams has got 15 points.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, and you can definitely see a difference. And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic. Because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
Mitchell finds Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. For 3, Hunter. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, SGA fires for 3. Holmgren can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Bucket is good. Hall's got 11 in the second half.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Williams dishes to Mitchell. Pass to Holmgren. A 3-ball. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game is 21. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Coach Mark Dagnall talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individuals, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it. And if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Back to you, Kevin.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And we've got a lineup. Called by the Kings. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things and winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Isaiah Joe is out there with Mitch, and it's Wallace in it. And the players getting themselves into game mode with the tip-off just moments. We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
And these home games have been very important to MP this season. He wants his squad to be seen as one of the toughest and most reliable home teams in the NBA.
It has been fun to watch MP chase that objective, right? Especially for the fans. He's kept his squad fired up every time they step onto the home court, just tearing up anyone who comes into their house.
Now Golden State's starting 5. The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Curry is out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. And here's Carter after Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer. Carter the pass to MP. Hunter on the wing. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
No coverage that time. Curry's got 6.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a 3 of his own.
Now in his late 30s, Steph Curry, Tim, continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponent.
MP kicks to Carter. Back to MP. Hunter dishes to MP. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Just 5 on the clock. And the 3 off target. Golden State's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. And the wide open shot from Green. Outside for Curry. Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
The Kings trail by 6. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Miami got the job done. He scored 53 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance. That's just unlucky. You don't mind him taking that shot at all.
And Porzingis, here we go. And it goes down 2 points.
He's a really big man. Kristoff has insane handles for someone who is 7'3". Normally it's hard for players that tall to keep the ball on the bounce.
Now here is Carter. Hasn't made one yet. Back to MP. Carter, the pass to Monk. A three-pointer, no good. Warriors leading by 5. Curry kicks to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Back to MP. Hunter on the wing. Carter dishes it to MP. On the wing, Monk. Pass to Hunter. Shot clock at 6. Carter finds MP. Lets it go from deep. And Hunter is good for 3. Hunter's got 6.
Man, the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Outside, Simon. Pass to Butler. Launches it. And the Warriors, another 3.
He's been on fire since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage shots he's hitting.
MP with it. Back to Hunter. It'll count. And it's he nails the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers. Here's Monk. Last game he had 13. In the corner, it's Levine. Offline with his 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Podziemski out there with Curry. And there's Jimmy Butler. And there's Porzingis. And it's Santos in a power forward. To the paint. Here's Monk. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. He's got 5.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
Sacramento making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Green, he's checked in for Golden State. And Bernie Simons comes in for Brandon Podziemski.
Yeah, when Green is looking to score, this is exactly the area he's most comfortable, right at the rim.
Carter kicks to Hunter. Left side, Sabonis. Monk, the pass to Hall. Sacramento moving it around. Carter with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Carter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Nice pass by MP, showing how unselfish he can be.
Pass to Butler. Fades back, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
Here's Monk. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Monk's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
MP passes to Carter. Back to MP. Hunter for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Back to MP. Pass to Hunter. And here is MP. In the corner, it's Monk. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Hall's got got 9 assists now tonight. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Out to Porzingis. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your
Ruling on the floor is confirmed.
contagious.
Well, it just kills your momentum. You earn the trip to the line, but at the same time, when you miss, you give your opponent life.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Warriors ahead, up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
I usually only see Shaq drool when it comes to food, but their performance on the board tonight, it's getting to him.
And now as the... That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done is Malik Monk.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
DeAndre Hunter out there with MP. Then it's Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Carter in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
It's a lot tougher than it used to be because you have much more ground to cover defensively with the number of three-point shooters that are on the floor, plus the number of guys that understand how to draw fouls.
And the league changes, don't they, in the way they officiate, so that is kind of an ever-changing way to grasp what you do on the defensive end.
Yeah, the league has tried to help defenders, give them a little bit more leeway because of how difficult it is to defend this level of skill.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship. Period." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allen. To the middle. The Warriors pull it in. Now, here's Simon. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Trains the three-pointer.
And when the 3 is going for Green, it's a terrific sign for this offense.
One thing is certain about Anthony Simons, the guy is a pure scorer.
Well, it comes so naturally to him. He's got a great handle, and he can get his shot off whenever he wants. Plus, he's got limitless range.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Well, MP sensed his opportunity and did not hold back on the drive.
And with most of the season in the books, the power rankings have really taken shape. Taking a look at Minnesota, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Sacramento, they wanted the top spot badly, and they did just that. A real testament to both their chemistry and work ethic.
Trying to contest size is probably wishful thinking.
The Kings trail by 5. A 3 from MP. MP showing the range.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Warriors making a change here. Santos has checked in. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Pass to Butler. Latrey hits the three-point bomb. Santos has got 5.
There is the all-around game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that possession.
And the jump by MP.
go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Here's Santos. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 9th assist in the game now. The Kings trailing. There's the triple. And again, Sacramento with the 3.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
And that one, good. 10 points for him.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement, unselfish basketball.
To Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
MP outside. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, he would like to forget that first half, but he has found something out there now.
Outside Butler, the 3. Rebound by the Kings.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The 3 from MP. MP's good from way out there.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
The Warriors have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Down low, Santos, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Santos has got 10 points here in the second half. Carter, the pass to Hall. For the tie, that's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got his 6th assist on the night.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Here's Butler. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. MP getting it done for Sacramento. Here's the number you need. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve.
We're playing fine. Everything's good. The turnover.
Checked in for Barnes. Curry's checked in for the Warriors. MP left side. And he's good on the 3-ball. MP's got the game tied up here for the Kings.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been 3? The defense is just giving up a rock.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Stephen Curry. He's out there with Podziemski. Porzingis is out there with Miller. And it's Santos in at the 4 spot.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's Santos. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Santos has got 6 points in the quarter.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Back to Miller for the 3. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Murray. MP. Oh, what a finish.
Wow, MP just explodes off the floor. What an athlete.
And here's Curry who brings it up for Golden State. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. The coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
Okay, Draymond showing you he can still get up. Do not sleep on Draymond's hops.
MP, what a finesse finish on the way-in.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Now Porzingis. Now Butler. Butler with the bucket down low.
And when the game is tight, Jimmy Butler finds a way.
Sacramento's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. MP buries the deep ball.
Big-time stuff by MP, playing well beyond his years.
They trail by 3. Now Green beyond the arc. Cleared away by Carter. MP outside. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Oh, what a play! Oh, what a play inside.
Well, Draymond is always looking for the best option out there, and that time he found it.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. And there's the 3.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Now Porzingis. Oh, great touch off the pass.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
MP outside. Launches it. The Kings with the rebound.
First personal foul. 14 foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And like his dad back in the day, DeMontis has an innate ability to process and make quick decisions.
And if you get a chance to build your lead at the free throw line, you've got to take it.
Here's Porzingis. Lays it in off the window.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Porzingis is a dependable late-game scoring option. They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
The long shot, no good. And here are the Kings now. Jacks up a 3, and down goes the 3.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Some good competition.
Don't miss out on any upcoming games.
And out on the floor, shaking off the pregame jitters, these guys getting... And a happy Thursday evening to you folks. Hope you're ready for some NBA action here on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. All right, now let's go courtside for a story on MP's remarkable season.
Thanks, guys. Well, he has set a mark that should raise some eyebrows. The most 40-point games within a season in NBA history. He's filling it up and burying the opposition on a nightly basis. Guys?
Just so tough to stop. And another home game for MP. Another opportunity for he and his squad to squash a quality team on their home floor. A matchup they haven't been quiet about wanting to win.
And with MP leading the way, they've been defending their turf. This is not an easy building for visiting teams to come into right now. The connection between this team and these fans has never been stronger.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Dallas Mavericks. Washington and Lively down low. Tim Hardaway is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's flagged in at the 3 slot. Something that deserves mention here. MP took some extra time before the game to do a meet and greet with the fans here for Fan Appreciation Night.
Yeah, all the credit in the world to MP for making that happen. At the end of the day, the reason guys like MP and all the other stars in the league can get the contracts they get is because of the fans. So nice move from MP to give some face-to-face time.
PJ Washington is unafraid to mix it up on the interior, and that dunk, that was emphatic.
And as teams run through the finish line of the season, Grant, there must be a certain amount of reflection happening.
For teams that are out of it, they might start that process now. But who has time for that if you're playoffs bound?
Well, they were looking for a fast start, and they have been perfect from the tip.
Has to flag. Takes the 3. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. MP, the pass to Hunter. Sacramento passing it around. Back to MP. Clock at 6. It's Monk on the wing. MP outside. Back to Monk. Here's the 3. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 5 here tonight. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. It's a 10-point game. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Last time these teams met up, they practically got run over. But to be fair, they took issue with some of the calls they were handling.
Yeah, their starters got into foul trouble, and it felt as if some of the calls were ticky-tack, no doubt, but nonetheless, damage was done.
Hunter. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
I just love the ball move.
Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Oh, my goodness. Not only a vertical threat, but a big-time finisher, Derek Lively.
Monk finds MP. Pass to Hunter. There's the 3. And another Sacramento 3.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And with the end of the regular season in sight, here are the latest power rankings. You look at the Mavericks, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, right now for the Kings, they made it clear from the jump they were coming for the #1 seed. And they've got to feel good knowing it's theirs now. It gives them the best chance to come away with the championship.
Now here's McConnell. 14 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
The painted area is the 9-to-5 place of business for Daniel Gafford, doing work right there.
Here's MP. Porter the pass to Hall. On the wing, Levine. Back to MP. And here's Porter outside. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Hall's got 8 assists in the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now here's Gafford. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Hawkins. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Kings lead by 12. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Right side, Levine. Fires from deep. And another Sacramento 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Irving's checked in for the Mavericks. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
On the court right now for Dallas. Najee Marshall is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Max Christie. And it's McConnell in at the point. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Magic was tremendous. He added 55 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And so here's Sacramento. After Dallas' three-pointer on the other end. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. And the Kings lead by 12.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
1:51 left in the first half. And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way.
I mean, if you want to chase him off the line, that's fine, but that ability to dribble drive, this guy is impossible to guard. Kyrie Irving.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for the Mavs. Trailing by 13. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them. They were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Mavericks trail by 15. There's the double team with Carter. Pass to Marshall. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Irving for 3. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
MP right through him.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Mavericks trail by 14. McConnell looking around. Here's Marshall, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
T.J. McConnell is just the classic setup point guard. That is on time and on target.
They get it back. Here's Sabonis. Another one falls for Sacramento.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
It's stolen by MP. A deep 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
The defense should get a talk. They've been getting splashed on all game. And I'm just sitting back watching the show.
Now it's time to check in on how the Rookie of the Year race is. And that is going to do.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Malik Monk really making a difference here.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
DeAndre Hunter is out there with MP. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Porter in at the 1. That's Doug Christie's 5 as we get into the second half. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
It really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Here's Irving following that last 3-pointer by Sacramento. And it's flag missing.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
From deep, MP. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Pass to Lively, and here's Washington. And that time also a missed shot.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
And here's MP from outside, and another Sacramento 3.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
And Dallas calls time here. MP really making a difference here.
Guys, you have got to find a way to slow this man down. This is a great timeout.
Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Zach LaVine.
And it's not the kind of trend he wanted to see, but that's what happens over the course of almost any career. Coaches around the league have learned all your tendencies, and let's face it, playing for as long as he has takes a toll on the body.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Launches a 3, and it's Hall missing.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Grant, looking at Cooper Flagg, his versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Back to you.
Gotta have it. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And it's in there. Flagg's got 5.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Flagg. 5 points in the game. And Washington powers it through.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Porter. And here's MP from outside. And the three-pointer goes. Paul's got 17 points here in the second half.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Back to Irving. Pass to Flagg. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Irving. And again, it's Dallas.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, one of the outstanding mid-range shooters. This guy legit 3-level.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. He's going to talk it over with his guys. All right, let's take a break and take a look at which teams have been lethal from outside the arc during the last month of play. Deciding to change it up. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving out there with T.J. McConnell. Then there's Najee Marshall. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Flagg in at the 4-man spot.
Yep, and he's got his three-point shot back. He did nothing from range in the first half. But here in this quarter, whoo, he's got it going.
Pass to Flagg. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the triple. Flagg's got 6 in the quarter.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
From deep, MP. And another Sacramento 3.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Puts up a 3. And it's Flagg missing. Sacramento has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. And here's MP from outside. Nails it from 3. MP's got 34.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
That one goes in.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
From deep, MP. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside for McConnell. Off target from 3-point range. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 for 11 so far in the fourth. From outside the arc, they get it again. And here's MP from outside. He buries it from 3. MP's got 37.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And here's MP from outside. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable. And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Kings.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And make no mistake, this has been a legendary year for them as they continue to rack up win after win. The confidence, enthusiasm, and carefree attitude they've played with has now helped earn them their 72nd win this year. Just remarkable.
And it's clear who the better team is. They sweep the 4-game season series, just dominating them.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
Boy, he was really aggressive going after missed shots. That's how you win on the margins and have your team control the pace of a game.
For 3. It's not going to go for him. So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win.